Let's get it.
Man. Oh, is Quincy on camera?
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick.
Quincy's going to be the mascot.
I have always kind of wanted to do a podcast with a dog.
Yeah, this is Quincy. She's 4 years old, and she's black
Yes.
and beautiful.
Quincy is huge, dude.
Yeah.
I told somebody how you like drove like cross country with her. That just blew my mind.
Yeah, she was panting. She was just like anxious the whole fucking ride.
Was she like in a car for like fucking 3 weeks?
No, it was like, well, yeah, it's a long story. Fucking, I don't know. I feel like we
She
should say
almost
that.
died.
She almost died. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, you told me that her stomach like flipped or something.
Yeah, in Mitchell, South Dakota. I got her ice cream because I felt bad. She'd been driving the whole day, so I was trying to do like a good thing.
Right.
And then she was just like lapping it up and just inhaling air, and then I think jumping out of the car.
Flipped it.
Flipped her stomach, and then I noticed it pretty quick, and luckily there was like an emergency vet open at 1 a.m. in the middle of fucking. But all I remember, I just have terrible memories of South Dakota because it was just a terrible like 4 days. I thought she was gonna die. It smelled like horse shit everywhere. It really like disillusioned me with like the romanticism of like the American West and shit. It all smells like horse shit.
Yeah,
when you're watching Yellowstone, it smells. If you could smell what you're seeing,
right,
it would be less cool.
Yeah, the Dakotas famously. I think North Dakota is worse, but no, South Dakota is the one that like people say sucks.
That's where I was.
Yeah, South Dakota. There's no movies about South Dakota.
That's how you
What
can
movies
tell.
are about North Dakota?
There are movies about like Fargo.
That's absolutely right.
It's
That is North Dakota.
One of the best movies of all time.
Yeah.
It's
solid.
I just watched the fucking because I watched the video of like the best movies from every state. When they got South Dakota, he's like, "There's no movies about South Dakota."
Oh damn!
Because who the fuck would go there, dude? It sucks.
Yeah,
maybe
Ben
like horror
did.
movies. I feel like there would be horror movies there. It's a good.
There's not.
Well,
You always got to move to a cabin in like a desolate like place. No one get like in every horror movie. So
True. Yeah.
South Dakota would be a good like setting.
It would
No
be
one will
nice
hear
for that.
you, and you're in South Dakota. You know.
The whole story of your ride out there is nuts, too.
Yeah, well, I started. We had to move everything out of our house in like a panic, and I didn't sleep because we had to get everything out of the house. So I was already on like 2 days no sleep, and I packed everything into the car, all my animals, Quincy, and it was like there was just like a little open spot for her.
You say what the other animals are that you packed into the car, dude. Because you're burying
Snakes. I had my snakes in Tupperware. See-through Tupperware, so you could see clearly what was going on, and like they were just very like visible, slightly blurry snakes.
Well,
in
and
my
I think
front seat.
there's some important context for that too, where it's like a $10,000 fine per snake
I
for
found a
moving
lot of stuff
across.
out after.
You're like
the-
George Jung, dude. You're like fucking, or how do you say his name? The guy
Carl
who,
Jung?
No. The guy who like was.
I'm like Carl
The guy
Jung.
who's just like putting cocaine in his suitcases and like flying it.
El Chapo?
No, not this is an American guy. I think his name is George Jung.
I think Tim Allen did that.
Tim Allen. Yeah. You were
I'm like
moving-
I'm like an
You're-
amalgamation of all those
You're
guys.
basically Tim Allen.
Yeah, I'm more of an idea than an actual person.
Definitely.
Well, and like so, and you were going across state lines with a bunch of illegal snakes, and
It
ate the
depends what
mushrooms
state,
and
they all have different laws on that. But so I.
and a suspended driver's license, and also I want to make clear, like, this all sounds like a very badass, cool story, but it would have been.
Where's
if
the
it
butt?
was on
Why is there got to be a
purpose.
butt?
He did it on accident.
It was like you slipped on a banana peel into doing like a Hunter S. Thompson thing, and like.
Well, I had vertigo, so I was like so malnourished going into it that and I've never had vertigo before, but basically what it was like was anytime I would turn my head, like the whole world would spin.
Definitely.
So anytime I'm changing lanes the whole ride. So that's baseline. And then I couldn't like stop and see anything because I had the snakes in the car and Quincy, and she's not good with car rides.
Yeah.
So she had her
How's she
paws
with
on-
snakes?
She gave a less of a fuck about the snakes, honestly.
Well, I kept calling you. I was very worried about you for that trip because it was very hard on you, and I kept calling you to tell you to drink water, and you kept saying, "But I keep drinking Gatorade and eating crackers.
You know what's funny?
It should be fine."
I just remembered this because we're talking about it, but I gave Quincy Gatorade. I poured Gatorade into her dog bowl because
Yeah,
I didn't
fucking
have enough
mind, dude.
water. So it was really, yeah. It was.
Yeah.
I learned about myself.
Do
from
dogs like Gatorade? Is that
that.
okay?
She was great. She loved it.
Who doesn't
he was
like
good.
Gatorade?
Electrolytes.
You gave her fucking Gatorade.
I think it was
and
Powerade,
ice
actually.
Powerade, ice cream. You have vertigo, so the car is probably like swerving. I'm not shocked your dog's stomach flipped over, dude.
Well, I was driving fine. It was really just the ice cream that did it, and then, so she had the surgery in South Dakota, and I had to wait there for an extra like 4 days while that happened, and then I picked her up, and they gave me trazodone, so she was just knocked out for the last. I had like one more full day of driving left.
Well, that's nice.
And so she just passed out with the cone in the car in her little seat. But that I got pulled over by a cop because I was going like 100 miles an hour. It was like a 90, and then it switched to like a 70. So I was
Yeah.
like speeding. And then this cop pulls me, and I'm like realizing as the cop's coming up to me, like what he's about to like just walk up to. And it's like a Great Dane with a cone on in the front seat with like Tupperware of like 8 or like 6, I think,
Yeah.
snakes stacked on top of each other.
Intent to distribute.
My entire life in the back seat of the car, it like smells like cigarettes. And then he walked up. I think he took pity on me though, because he didn't give me a ticket or anything, but he told me, he was like, you know, you're driving with a suspended license, which I didn't know at the time. And then, yeah,
How
he
did
didn't
you-
say anything about the snakes. And I also had a quarter of mushrooms that I like out afterwards. I was like, damn, I have like all these mushrooms on me, suspended license. And yeah, he said that if I had gotten pulled over, he's like, don't speed because they'll take you to jail for driving with a suspended license in the states you're about to drive through. So I just like white knuckled it kind of for the last leg, and then yeah.
That's I didn't know that they didn't. They don't give a shit about suspended licenses in South Dakota.
I think he just looked at me and looked and I think that he probably thought about like just, you know, what the fuck was I gonna do? He would have to deal with the dog with me, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what are we gonna fucking do?
No cop wants to inherit an embarrassment of snakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
is that what
that's-
you call it? Like
Yeah,
a group
yeah,
of snakes,
like a murder of crows.
Yeah, an embarrassment. That's a perfect name for it. Honestly, I do have an embarrassment of snakes.
I like your snakes. I
They're
think
pretty
it's a
great.
solid-
It was the first
They're
thing.
indestructible, dude. They didn't drink water for like a week when I was doing this shit. They were like in boxes, and like they came out, and I was like ready for the worst, and then they're just like, "Hello."
You can basically just throw snakes at the floor.
Yeah.
You don't really
Well, you
even
don't
have
do
got
that.
no- they have
They
no
can
bones,
take
dude.
impact. They
Yeah.
have bones, but
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
That's incredible. The first time I came over here to like hang out with you guys, you were like, "You want to see my snakes?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"You're what?"
And then I pulled my dick out.
Well, dude, the only time somebody's taken me into their bedroom and showed me their snakes, I was like on Molly and we had sex.
Yeah,
which did not happen with Ben, but like it is. You do have a bedroom full of snakes, and they're just like in drawers, which is
Yeah.
cool. Like I'm not.
They're
knocking
special
you.
drawers, okay?
They're snake. Right. I mean,
They're snake drawers.
I don't even think that like there are lids on them, right? The snakes could like,
It's built. The lid is. There's not enough space for them to get out.
but it's
So
still
it's-
sort of an open air snake dwelling.
Well, you got to get circulation in there. You know?
True.
It's a plastic dresser full of snakes.
Yeah.
It's
a good-
it's barely enclosed.
It's like those dorm room drawers that you get like the first
Well, it's
time.
also
you-
kind of low key in case like the landlord comes in. It's not like obvious that there's a bunch. Like you could walk into my room and have no idea how many snakes are in there.
That is the crazy. That was the craziest thing. Is I was expecting one snake, and it was like you just kept opening more drawers
Yeah.
that had
It's
snakes.
it's an operation. It's like a meth lab for snakes in there. It's a lot of them.
Probably make more money with a meth lab, honestly.
I guess,
And I
it's-
wouldn't. It's way harder to sell snakes than meth.
But I think snakes are way cooler.
It is cooler.
I bet you there's a significant crossover in that Venn diagram, though.
Oh, like snakes and meth.
Snakes and meth.
Yeah, both.
Just go hang out at a reptile convention. Sell both.
Yeah, it would suck if your fucking trailer full of snakes blew up because
Yeah,
some
dude.
rival Kentucky snake dealer wanted to push you out, dude.
That is where they are. There
Kentucky.
aren't. You have a good corner in the market for breeding snakes because I feel like there's not a lot of blue state snake dealers.
Hell yeah, dude.
There's not a lot of like major metropolis.
I'm gonna reach out to the youth. You know.
I hope
Dude.
I hope you're selling these things out of a fucking trench coat like they're watches, dude. This is like,
Oh yeah.
you're the man.
Ben's balls.
You should bring snakes to the inner city. is what you should do. You should be the old black snake guy.
It is kind of like that. There's a rainbow bridge into the black community with the snakes because they will. Have you ever seen a black guy react to like a snake or a reptile?
Yes.
They're scared, but they're kind of like in awe. It's like a good fear.
I've learned new things about black people every day.
Well, don't learn them from me because I'm probably wrong. But
No, I think you're my
not counting-
source.
Yeah.
I've never met
I
a
keep
black
Noah
guy.
plugged in.
Do you know about the bumps on their skull?
I do. There's 3 of them.
Yeah. Well, dude, you know when I lived in East LA, now Mexican people are
You used to feel their heads.
I would just graze them as I walked by. No, well, Mexican people have a similarly.
Let's get into skull shapes.
No. I'm talking about their relationship with reptiles, dude. We had a pet store on. I lived on. This is not that kind
Let's
of podcast.
dive in, dude. Let's fucking go.
There was a pet
Happy
store
to.
on Cesar Chavez Boulevard where they just like had they had I guess it was a boat. What's
We got all the parrots, Holmes. What you need? Goldfish?
yeah, dude.
Hook it up.
It was like Mexican people have the only thing they have in their front yards. It's like they have a bunch of parrots in cages and also like Michael Myers, a full Michael Myers statue with Chucky the doll.
I feel like you
Year-round.
got specific Mexicans in your memory.
No, East LA Mexicans have great respect for. It's like
They all have parrots and Michael Myers in their
I
yard.
promise you,
That's crazy.
I'm not fucking. It's like the two like mythical figures that Mexican kids are scared of. It's like Jesus Christ and Chucky the doll. Like they have them both framed in their house, dude. But outside of the pet store in East LA, they just had this like. I think it was like 16 feet long. This like albino, thick, like boa constrictor.
Yeah.
And I think I saw the video of it. It was just on the sidewalk. And I'm walking by and there's a Mexican guy with it. And I was just like, what's going on here? He was like, oh, he's a snake.
Yeah.
I was like, correct, dude. You have
It's a
identified.
constrictor. Yeah. No, dude, that's fucking. Dude, there's a pet store that I go to that's right over here. That's got it's like a Mexican guy. They love their fucking tropical way
Yeah, dude.
animals.
Oh, bro, he's cold blooded, bro.
They always have like some shit that's like low key unethical to sell to like a kid. Like last time I was in there, they had like a Nile monitor, which grows to be like a 6 foot. Like there's like, and it's not even like the nice one of the giant lizards.
Right.
It's like there's the Asian water monitor, which is the one that's like people will keep as a pet because they're smart and it can be nice.
Right.
A Nile monitor is like will bite your fingers off, and they just import them and they sell them for like $40.
I mean, I don't want to. I hate to paint with a
I'm not
broad
playing that.
brush.
That's not a Mexican thing either. I think that's more of a pet store owner.
Yes,
There's
well,
a lot
I
of
would-
different. You know.
I mean, Mexican people do have they have a very interesting relationship, or not really. They have an interesting. The way they take care of their pets, I won't comment on it. But maybe this is my white privilege to do. But I'm like, it's like they leave the house in the morning, they just like leave the door unlocked for the animals to run out if they want
Yeah.
to. Like,
That's very white trash too.
Yes.
That's incredibly white trash. That's very southern.
Yeah.
Like
Outdoor dogs?
outdoor dogs.
Yeah, see, Noah knows about
Yeah.
outdoor dogs.
Yeah, like I had a friend in Texas who had a Dalmatian, and it was just extremely violent, and they would just let it on the property, and then you just had to watch out. That was kind of the rule with the Dalmatian, is you don't talk to it. His name was Pharaoh, and he was mean, and they would let him out of the house.
they are
Kinda-
mean, right? The Dalmatians are like nasty dogs. I've heard.
I think they suck, is
Yeah.
what I've heard. Dalmatians and Chows.
Started with 101. Now it's just me.
That's why they send them into burning buildings.
Yeah, they make them fight to the death.
Yeah. That would actually, dude, imagine if they were dogfighting with Dalmatians, I might go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that would be kind of cool to see.
Like if they separated dogfighting into the same categories as dog shows, so there's like a toy group fight.
Yeah, there's like a
And you-
welterweight.
yeah,
get
yeah.
your glasses.
Yeah.
I want to see two like Bichons like fight, or like Westies
French-
fighting
yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought fucking Michael Vick, like, people stopped caring because they were pit bulls. Yeah, it would have been different if he was like fighting golden retrievers.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
like
that
the
would've been
missing
an
white girl
entirely
of animal
different-
abuse.
That would have been a different thing to watch if like Airbud was killing Airbud. That'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
I'm with you because you can. The thing about pit bulls is they all have the same haircut, but if you have a gold, you can like style that dog. You could have
Yeah.
you could like customize your dog so people recognize it when it's fighting.
yeah.
That would be why aren't they doing this?
Yeah, I mean,
I would be dying,
UFC
my
fighters
dog.
have like pink mohawks and shit. Let's give
Yes,
a fucking
dude.
border collie like a, I don't know, dreadlocks and make it fight a pit bull.
Well, that's kind of like when people talk about like it's fucked up to crop a dog's ears, you know?
Yeah.
Which it kind of is. Like I go back and forth all the time. But then I think about it, like if I was a Doberman, I want my fucking ears cropped, you know?
Interesting.
Because I'd want to look cool. You know what I mean? If I'm
It
a
looks
Doberman,
hard.
I want people to look. Yeah, I want to look fucking hard. Like I fucking.
Wait, do Dobermans have cropped ears? Or
Yeah.
do they usually have like floppy ears?
Yeah, if you don't do it, then they're just floppy.
Oh,
yeah.
I had no fucking idea, dude.
Yeah. And it's kind of fucked up, but then it's like I don't know. I'm circumcised. That's kind of fucked up, but I don't.
It is.
I'm not. I don't wish I wasn't circumcised.
I don't think it is at all.
That-
I think they
that it's
should
fucked
do
up?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you circumcised?
Yes, but I don't think they should do that.
You don't think so?
Be careful what you say.
I have a whole bit about how I don't think they should do that.
You don't think so? I think it's weird that they don't.
All right, let's
I think
fucking
we've
get into
moved
it.
past having them.
Right? No, but we haven't, because if you have, like, you literally don't. You've lost 30% of your sexual pleasure.
A tale. as old as
30%?
time.
What? Okay, does pussy suck now?
No, but but you are literally like you're severing nerve endings.
But
Without,
if you could have your foreskin back right now, would you take it?
yeah, absolutely,
Really?
of course.
I wouldn't.
Why not?
Yeah.
You're
That
out of your
kinda-
I can
mind,
run
dude.
faster. I'm fucking.
Makes me aerodynamic when I fight.
Yeah.
It makes sex better for women too when you have your foreskin.
How?
You don't have to.
I've heard the opposite.
No, it's not true because it glides in easier. So normally,
Really?
yeah, like the whole thing is the extra part of the sheath like helps you penetrate with less friction.
Okay, because I was always thought of it as like if you like.
We should call this podcast "Getting Pussy" with
Yeah.
Nick, Noah, and Ben.
Yeah. Well, I always
right.
thought of it as like if you cut the end off of a condom and then tried to fuck with it around your dick.
No, it's not like that at all.
Well, there's
No.
no. It's like one of those things you buy at the Shed Aquarium. That's like a jiggly. It's like
Yeah,
that.
it is literally like that.
Imagine trying to put that inside of you.
It keeps rolling into itself.
Yeah.
No, you guys are. It's insane that we cut kids' foreskins off. I'm not.
I
will
agree.
not- yeah.
I agree. But what I think is also insane is that it is objectively crazy that we do that. But I also, if I could have my foreskin back, would not take it
Why not?
because I'm indoctrinated into the like. Because here's the other thing. Well, if you want to look at what I actually care about at the end of the day, there's a percentage of women out there that are just like not into. You're pretty much safe if you're circumcised. The chances that you're gonna meet a chick that you're really into,
Yeah,
and then
dude.
she's like, "Oh, it's a deal breaker that you're circumcised."
Women-
At least in America, is like none. But
yeah,
the other
women-
way around,
This I don't even want it. I don't even like getting heated about this because guys who care about this suck.
Yeah.
But women who find uncircumcised penis, they've just been psyoped by like America. Did you hook up with a European chick, a South American chick, an Asian chick? They think it's weird when they see an uncircumcised
Really?
or when they see a circumcised dick.
Really?
Yeah, because they're not doing it anywhere else.
Oh, damn. Okay.
They don't do it in Asia. They don't do it in
yeah,
Europe.
they circumcise their women other places. All right, Nick,
I-
you want to go live in those other?
We
And I think they should.
We can,
I think circumcision is the way to go.
and the West is the best.
yeah.
Sometimes you hook up with a girl who has a pronounced labia, and you're like, somebody should get in here. This needs to be pruned.
This shit is pronounced. All right, I just like that.
Here's my thing. I think it's weird that we started, right? I think it's weird
Sure.
that we started doing it because it's a strange thing to do in the first place. But I think that we've adapted to it as a society.
Can't stop, won't stop.
It's like it's kind of weird that somebody tried to fly. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like a little bit. Like we're not supposed to do that. And now our penises are like Boeing 77s.
I have like
you know,
we
737.
we Dobermaned our dicks.
We've got jet penises.
We were like, do we need this? No, but I want to look hard. Dude.
Yeah.
It looks scary.
Yeah.
I like that. I love the
Pit bull dicks.
intimidation on a scarred penis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nice brown band around it. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I get it. I for the sake of comedy,
The brown band.
It's dude, penis band brown. That was. I remember the hardest I laughed in elementary school was like a kid held up a brown crayon and he was like, "It's penis band brown," and I was like, "You have that too?"
That's a good kid.
It's a funny kid.
I used to think mine looked like a cosmopolitan, like the fucking
Yeah,
the ice cream sandwich, because the sections.
It looked like a Neapolitan.
Yeah, oh, Neapolitan. Fuck.
Yeah, your dick looked like a fruity,
Like a ice cream sandwich,
Yeah. I don't know. No, of course.
I
Very
need
funny.
I need a black dick on either side to recreate the Neapolitan. I gotta do that.
You need a black dick and a sunburned dick.
Oh yeah, to
That's
make a
nice. Yeah, the pink, the delineation of pink, white, brown. No, for the sake of comedy, very good points, very funny.
Listen, all jokes aside,
We shouldn't do it.
Let's get
it's
serious.
absolutely barbaric. I'll tell you what. This is how you want to know how people get into anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. I think that's like the
Oh, yeah?
entry point for because
so what? So what if I say that if I have a son, I'm gonna get him circumcised? What would you say to that?
Stop fucking with the sun.
it's weird to make decisions. I mean, do whatever you want. It's your kid.
My culture.
Fuck him. I don't care. But it is weird to make decisions about your son's penis. I think.
It's my son's penis. All right, this is America, and in my America, my son's penis is getting sucked by a rabbi. Okay,
Yeah, I do. We
it's
should
called
even.
a bris. No, honestly, I agree. I just
Brisses are weird,
I
right?
yeah. The
They
whole thing
are.
is, but that's like Orthodox Jews. It gets like there's a Jewish spectrum, you know, like
I know,
anything.
dude.
And then when you get to the I don't know, because it's not just Jews that are circumcised in America anymore.
No, I know, and I think that you start to like. I'm like, why? Yeah,
And
how does that
I
happen?
want to push back on your thing because I feel like a lot of porn is made in America. Mostly circumcised dicks and porn.
I don't even know
So
if
it's
that's
like
true.
it's like them seeing our movies. They see our penises.
Sure. I don't know if it's true that most dicks in porn are circumcised because there's a lot of uncut. Not that
I don't know
I'm
what
not some
you're
fucking
watching.
gooner, dude.
Yeah.
Don't get me on
I
these
don't know what kind of
charges.
docking compilations you're
But like
watching.
black guys aren't circumcised typically.
I don't think that's true.
I'm pretty sure they're not, dude.
There's just a lot there.
I don't even. I feel like it just registers.
Also,
as a,
when it's hard, you can't tell if you're circumcised or not because the whole point
I
is
feel like I
it-
see black dicks in silhouette. Like I just register the size in my peripheral vision.
you see the size and you turn away in fear.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I do the same thing.
I feel like I see him out of the corner of my eye.
Well, maybe listen. I won't budge on this. I think it's crazy that we do it. I'm not going to go stand in the street about it.
My
And see, the
my
good thing
nicotine
about-
vape died at the beginning of this, so I've just been hitting my weed like it's a nicotine vape to
you can have a
comfort
Zen
me.
if you want one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like you guys in.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it. I've liked it. It's kept me off.
You leave them
smoking a lot.
everywhere.
I do.
I find them in the cutest places, Noah.
The dog wants us in, dude.
Yeah.
Let the dog have. The dog had Powerade. Let it have his in.
Let's get Quincy domed.
Dude, you saw
Here's the thing: is I respect your opinion, and with my American circumcised penis, I think that's a great thing about this circumcised country is you can say something, and I can disagree with it, and we can sit here and make a podcast.
You're
Definitely.
circumcising the question, okay?
Yeah,
Listen, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to get my son circumcised. I'm going to get my daughter circumcised.
Yeah.
Because
That's right.
I don't base my decisions based off of like a religion or I set a new trend.
Look, this is dicey territory, but there's depending on the type of female circumcision, it may even be more ethical, honestly.
Damn, dude.
Because
This is like your flat earth.
This is.
You're a truther.
I mean, there's more. There's
you're a
more
force of
here. That flat Earth is bullshit. This is based in like fact.
okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want to be this guy.
No, I like that you're this guy.
Yeah.
I think this is a cool thing.
I do that, but that's why I do that bit about how like because honestly, the one thing I am hung up about is like I don't think I should have been circumcised, but I won't circumcise my son because I think it's crazy.
So you're going to have a different dick than your son. He's going to have all
no, I
types of
don't-
problems you're not going to know how to answer.
But that's part of it. I also would feel jealous of him.
Okay.
It's like the big.
That's a hard thing to look at your son's penis and think, "Damn it, I want it."
Just
also
the like,
know
father
that,
son
like-
talks like, do you know what I would have done if I had that much foreskin when I was your age? Don't squander these years, all right?
Well, he's also
I
like-
wish I could go back.
He's experiencing pleasure I can't even understand. How could I ever be a father figure? He
don't
knows
know.
more about life than I do.
30% more is crazy.
It's fucking crazy,
It's
dude.
crazy, but I don't even
Just
know if I
comes
could
immediately?
handle that. You know what I mean?
I
I don't
could.
know.
yeah, what if you just had a son that comes
I think I could
immediately?
do it.
You know what I mean? Like it's 30% more of anything is like a fucking a lot. If that's like if you ate an entire sub and somebody said, "Here, eat another third of this sandwich," you're like, "I think I'm fucking good."
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
you always ate a sub and a third, you'd be like of
2/3
course.
of a sandwich.
So, if you, yeah,
I guess that's true. I'm painting mine as the whole picture.
But this
And,
but this is why, like, this is the thing you're talking about. Like, well, you've never known it, right? I cannot
Yeah.
believe this is what we're talking about. But that the whole thing is like, if it had always been yours, you wouldn't have this quandary, and it should have been yours. It should have never been taken
Sure.
from you.
This is good. I feel like you've got like almost like a Marxist gusto. Like you would have been a
I just want
revolutionary.
all my fucking hog back, dude. Because the other thing is
They took our foreskins.
this might piss
It
you
was
off.
the Jews too, because
It
that's the other
literally
thing.
was the Jews.
Like here's the when underlying all this, I know what you really want to say. Deep down, like like I can read between the lines.
I just don't understand
say what you feel.
why how did it become so prevalent? And I'm not gonna make any implications about who controls the predominant culture in America. I would never do that.
Yeah.
But I'm kidding. This is all jokes. No, but it is like the other thing is it makes your dick smaller than it would have been. And when they cut it off, your dick doesn't grow as big as it would.
Really?
That's literally true.
Really?
It's not
Damn.
a meaningful amount, but it is like you do lose some length.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen, man, I've done the fucking research on it.
But is that skin?
No,
'Cause
it's,
it'd be
it's
weird.
actual. I think I think there's your dick has like a trauma response to being mutilated at the age of 5 hours old.
My dick is triggered.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just kind of crazy to just see a newborn baby and be like, oh, it's almost perfect. Just gotta,
Yeah.
Ben, do you have a favorite anti-Semitic conspiracy?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
No one's ever asked me that. Favorite anti-Semitic conspiracy. Horns is. I kind of like the
I like
classic,
horns.
like.
Horns under the yarmulke.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just thought that one was so funny because it's like you must. In order to believe it, you just have to have like never even been that close to a Jew. Like you've never been within 10 feet of one.
Yeah, yarmulkes are small. They couldn't possibly cover horns.
Yeah, it's like we're all bald too. It's crazy. Like horns is up there.
I think what's really special about anti-Semitic conspiracy theories is there's always like a sense of magic and wonder.
The
you know?
Jews, they were like almost the gypsies of, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
almost, but like all the things that people don't like about you are on a supernatural level. You know,
Yeah.
That's why it's the most fun rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah.
is because it's
And
like this goes back to the beginning of time.
Yeah.
people hate you spiritually.
Yeah.
And when
you
you're
know?
a jeweler too, when you're just like I don't know, you ever see like you ever watch what's the Adam Sandler movie called?
Oh, Uncut Gems, yeah.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's almost like a mystical Jewish aura with the like we're a fucking like if life was a video game, one of the characters defaults you could pick would be like, you know,
Yeah, when,
Goblin Jew, and you get like a plus 30 speech
Yes.
and like
when Ben touches an emerald, his eyes glow.
yes, dude.
It's crazy. He
We're like-
points at the sky and thunderclaps. It's fucking crazy.
I also I think a lot of the like I don't know. I tend to like stereotypes that are true, like Jews being bad at like sports. Like
Yeah,
is kind of
sure.
because I feel like I've experienced that one in real time in my life. Like I remember as a kid being like, "Oh, that's fucked up that people say that," and then as growing up and just realizing I was bad at sports. Because Jews were like inbred. Like that's the thing. It's like
Right.
we're this really old group where there's been this super strong custom up until like the last couple generations of you have to marry another Jew. It's like a small
Right.
pool. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think one of my legs is longer than the other one. I don't know. I was just never good
There's
at.
there's still that pressure too. It's like Jewish moms are like,
Yeah.
you gotta.
Oh yeah, there's the brain damage
Does
Yeah.
your the brain damage?
from the Jewish mother. No,
The
I'm
Jew,
just
yeah,
kidding.
no,
Oh.
like, but really,
No, my
like, the
mom's
trauma-
great.
Yeah, no, I've heard she seems
Does
like
your
she's
mom
so
want
hot.
you to marry a Jew?
No, my mom doesn't give a fuck. My
She doesn't
dad
care.
wants me to marry a Jew.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but my dad, it's like honestly,
Normally, the Jewish
it's,
mom wears the pants. I feel like.
Yeah, it's kind of a long like my mom is basically a Christian.
Nice.
Jewish by
Yeah.
blood, but my grandma's family was running
my mom.
from a little guy named Hitler,
Hitler.
back in the day, back in the good old
That's
days.
fucking crazy. That's real. Like,
And
really?
so they hid her and her sister in a monastery in Italy, like so that people wouldn't think they're Jewish. They just pretended to be Italians. That's also one of our moves is Jews pretending to be Italian when
It's a-
shit gets rough.
It's a razor's edge between the two.
Yeah, there's a point with all this Israel Palestine stuff. I started getting my You know,
Talking with your hand,
getting
yeah.
it ready. You know, you got to be ready to make the shift.
That's fucking crazy to me, man. Because like, wow, all right, I take back all the mean, funny stuff I said about Jews. That's horrible. my family did the same thing. We found out that my mom is like Jewish, and my grandma is Jewish, and
Yeah.
her parents just like lied.
That's wild.
It's I
Yeah.
guess it's more common than they picked Native American though, which is like
Yeah,
Sure.
which is
Yeah,
real
yeah.
left field.
Yeah. All right, Shmuel. No one's buying that.
Yeah, his what was your grandfather's name? It was sitting nervously.
It's counts as change.
Yeah, damn. Oh fuck. What was it? There was a. Wait, we were talking about. I can't. I had some. I was going to ask you a question, but it flew out of my head. Oh well.
We were talking about
Yeah, I was talking about your Jewish parents. Like your
conspiracies.
dad is the more. I lost it. Doesn't matter. It was probably gold. Podcast gold.
Well, yeah, I don't know. My parents are divorced too, so I never got to see the like Jew on Jew dynamic.
Oh,
at that
interesting.
time. So I got I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
right. Is your dad's wife? Is she Jewish?
Yeah, she's Jewish.
Okay. All right.
But my dad was like always made me go to like temple and get bar mitzvah and all this stuff. But like he doesn't go now. Like, and he didn't go before.
Sure.
He just like kind of and that's a lot of Jews
My
or like Catholics in that way.
yeah, it's like you go fucking go 3 times a year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I love about the old religions. Like that's like it feels like Catholics and Jews. It's a deep part of their identity, but they're not fucking nuts. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's the non-denominational Christians who like suck. You know?
Yeah.
The ones who actually believe this shit.
Yeah, the ones who go to fucking mega churches with like pull down like
Yeah,
projectors and
Catholics and Jews don't even speak the language. When we go to church, it's ancient Hebrew or it's like Latin.
Latin.
So
Yeah.
it's literally you don't even have a chance. They're not gonna.
shit. Yeah.
They
Fuck
don't.
it.
Yeah. So you just go fucking bow and shit.
I grew in our neighborhood. We had this Jewish moms are fucking brutal, dude. So my parents are friends with this Jewish guy, Steve Greenblatt. Great guy. Shout out Steve if you're listening. And he got married to a Christian woman, and his Jewish
Oh
mother.
boy.
Bro, this is how cruel she was. Even after they were married, he would call his wife Stevie's Christian friend.
Whoa.
How fucking
Damn.
mean is that, dude?
How is the
Sure,
goy?
Stevie's Christian friend is gonna come
How's
over.
your goyim girl? Yeah.
That's wild.
Is she
It's-
gonna get converted? It's been 3 years.
I don't even think they'd want that. I don't think that they would even be interested in like her converting.
Converting
to,
to
the faith.
Judaism is a crazy thing. I've met a few people in my life that have converted, and I just feel like it's like it's a while. Like I don't know.
I used to date a Jewish girl, and her family just really fucking did not like me at all, and
Yeah.
it was
Fucking
I mean,
Jews.
there was other stuff there too. I mean,
I know, I'm looking at you and I'm like-
yeah,
I can imagine it wasn't just blind prejudice.
I did not graduate high school, and I'm poor, and I very recently stopped taking hard drugs.
Noah's what Jewish mothers are afraid of.
Literally their worst nightmare, dude.
But
Yeah.
the Jewish thing I felt like did play a part. And maybe I'm just.
Oh, really? I never knew that this was an aspect
Yeah.
of that. Noah blames the Jews for his.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
But it wasn't at the top of the list. It was at the bottom of the list. I
Yeah.
feel like it was like, and he's not Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
If you being Jewish probably wouldn't have gotten you in their good graces. Like in addition to all the other things.
No, I mean, maybe
'Cause
they
then
would have
they'd be
just seen
like-
me as like a rascal. Like a little Jewish rascal.
Yeah.
Like that fucking.
You would be a little Jewish rascal.
I would be a Jewish little rascal.
You would, dude.
I don't know. I feel like life would have been hard for me as a Jew.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not strong. You know,
Right.
I feel
Was
like
that
I
you
would have been
weaker
pretty
if you were
Jewy.
Jewish?
Yes.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah,
Imagine how-
your immune system would be like 10 times as fucked.
Yeah, I've only lived this long because I've got white trash.
You would be like one of those
Immune
animals that's
system.
born and just doesn't feed, and that they call it a failure to thrive. I feel
Yeah.
like Jewish Noah would be like, yeah, he just never seemed hungry, and then he
He just won't latch.
he fizzled out.
He won't latch.
He doesn't want the teat. We tried. I practically shoved it in his mouth.
We've got to burp him when he doesn't eat.
Refuses
It's
the damn
crazy.
nipple. I love it. Making your mom just like a total hick.
I wish it was my job to go down the line and see which babies were latching to Jewish nipples, dude. That would
Yeah.
be put them in a barn.
I'm the
I'll
latcher
oversee
checker.
that.
Yeah.
You've got a ruler.
Those are the
you
kind of
whack
jobs
babies.
AI is coming for.
AI's coming into fucking. They're gonna take over
Our kids' generation, there's not going to be a guy checking if kids are latching on
their
the Jewish titties.
mom nipples. Yeah. No, I want to be in the Jew combine checking on the milk.
The Jew combine.
Yeah, dude. More
Call
than
it
anything.
The juice.
The juice. Yes, that is, man. You're taking me back to
JWC.
some racist 4chan memes that I
Oh,
would
yeah?
look up when I was growing up.
Going down memory lane.
Going down memory lane with the juice.
Yeah.
I don't know. Were you a 4chan kid?
Yeah, how old are you guys? 20?
20s. I'm 26.
You're 27?
Yeah.
So I'm 31. So
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I'm from even like a different generation of internet than you.
Because I remember my early internet years, and the 4chan that would pop up was fucking wild. And it wasn't
Yeah.
just like, because I feel I haven't been on 4chan in like 10 years, probably 10, 12 years. But I feel like the last couple times I saw it, it was mostly just racist and then porn.
Yeah,
But there was
That's
shit
basically Twitter
like,
now.
I remember following a 4chan thread where a guy broke a glow stick and shot it into his ball sack, and then updated with pictures in the dark of his ball sack glowing. like that's fucking amazing, dude.
The thing that I liked about there's a 4chan thread I think about all the time, but and I'll bring it up. But the thing that I liked about old 4chan is yes, it was insanely racist. It was so fucked up, but it didn't feel political back then. It's just like yeah, that's just what the internet's for. Now it feels crazy.
Bipartisan. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like we're all on here being fucking crazy. We're all on here posting like guys getting beheaded, but.
Yeah.
There was a 4chan thread of a guy who claimed that he had captured a boy and was keeping him in a cage and giving him hormones to turn him into a girl, and that once he was done getting round in all the right places, he was going to sell him on the black market.
Oh my god. Wait, was this real?
Well, I have no idea.
There's
Nice.
no way. There's no way it was real.
But there's a 5% chance it's real.
Totally, because if somebody was going to do it, where are they going to post about
post
it?
on
Where's that
All
Post it on
Netflix
4chan.
documentary? They had "Don't Fuck with Cats." Where's "Don't Fuck with Little Boys"?
Don't capture a boy.
don't liberalize our
I like
children.
how people-
It's so funny because
like-
today there would be boys begging for that to happen to them, dude.
Yeah. We've gone so
Well,
soft.
and people really rallied around those cats. Hi, boo boo. People really fucking rallied around the "Don't Fuck with Cats" guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, no one gave a fuck about the kid in the cage.
Well, I mean, people in the thread were like, some people were like, this is hilarious. Some people were like, this is fucked up. You have no idea if it's real or not, unfortunately. But that was like the beauty of like 2006 internet. That was my dude. It's
The
been
mystery.
Yes.
Is like it felt totally unregulated, and like you never knew if anything was legit. Like
Yeah.
it was like fully like it felt dangerous and weird.
It was like
It
the
was
beginning
like-
of group anonymity,
yes, absolutely.
which is it turned out to be a pretty dark thing.
Like one of the it's funny though, man, because like as weirdly like pre-social media, the internet, even though it was more insane, it was less harmful. It was more harmless because like it was so
Yeah.
sectioned off from now Twitter is 4chan, but it's crazy because like Twitter is just like being shot into everybody's eyes, so like everybody's getting this shit.
Twitter is super 4chan now
Yeah.
that you say. I've never thought of it like that, but it does get swept up in like, first of all, like insane political ideology.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people think like the race riots that just happened in England were like fully fueled by Twitter.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
also like legitimately some of the most insane, hilarious things I've ever seen are on Twitter.
Also,
like
the only reason I open Twitter now is like every now and then I open it and I scroll until I see some like OnlyFans ad of some girl's like ass
Yeah.
and tits, and then I close it and I pretend to be mad. But that's like the whole reason I opened the app was just like,
why do you get mad?
Well, I
what
don't know.
about tits makes you angry?
not mad, but just like oh, this is fucking where we're at.
I always hear Ben's
well,
phone
yeah.
hit the wall while I'm trying to sleep, and I never knew what it was about.
Yeah.
Fuck! I saw an ass. I saw a nice ass.
Yeah.
I hate tits.
Yeah. There's a thing on Instagram now of just breastfeeding. Like there's just chicks breastfeeding on Instagram.
To get views.
Yeah.
You know, there's nude. You can if you're doing like yoga or like you can put fucking nudity on YouTube. There was a guy.
Really?
This I don't know if this video is still up, but it was up for a long time. A guy
That's some
like,
shit I used to do to like when you first start jacking off, when you're like nudist on YouTube. You're like nudist party.
Yeah, and you're getting like people in their 70s at like a camp. Yeah,
It's just tan little dicks.
there was a guy on YouTube who was uploading instructional videos of how to shave your asshole and like it just showing full cock and balls
Really?
and spread
It's gotta
asshole.
be instructional enough.
And it wasn't taken out because it was like instruction. It was
Really?
Yeah, I mean, dude, it was crazy. My friend Keith sent it to me. He was like, "This has been up for 8 days."
That's crazy.
It was.
I've seen guys on YouTube. There's a guy who does like chaos magic, and what he does is he'll come on a black canvas and like spin it around so it makes art. He makes
Classic.
like spin art out of his cum.
Chaos
and
magic.
They leave it on.
That's the name of the episode.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
chaos magic. You don't know about chaos magic?
It's magic with a K, right?
Yeah,
And
like,
a
like
chaos with a
Aleister
K.
Crowley and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. Apparently, you got to come a lot.
Yes, it was all sexual based.
Yeah.
You gotta
Aleister
save up for
Crowley.
a week. For one full moon cycle, you have to save up your sperm.
And then you just come thinking about money, and then you're supposed to get it.
Oh, really?
You come
That's-
thinking about money or the death of your enemy. You know, it's surrounded by candles,
Damn.
and then you draw a sigil with your cum.
What's it called?
Chaos magic.
Damn,
but
I've been doing chaos magic my whole life, bro.
I was like,
Is that why I'm fucked up?
well, the problem is if you
I have
if
bad karma from all this chaos magic I keep flushing down the toilet.
you'll fuck your what man if you're only thinking about death and money when you're coming, you're not gonna be able to have sex with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean? Like a woman won't get you
That's
hard.
gonna be my book, my American novel is Death and Cum.
death and cum.
Yeah. Instead of Death and Taxes.
Well,
Death and Faps.
The thing that like I still it's been surreal to what to get back to the internet thing real quick. It's been surreal to like watch this stuff like break through to the mainstream because like I don't know if you guys like I was watching Christian
I was
videos.
watching Snuff before it was cool, all right?
It kind of
Yeah,
you
dude.
know what I mean. But like I was watching like Christian videos in like 2004.
Sure.
Yeah.
And now it's like when he's getting arrested, it's like it's
Yeah.
on like the front page of YouTube, like and I'm like, this was never supposed to break through.
Totally. And like it's I mean you've got green text threads on Twitter. Literally you've got that kind of shit. And I don't know. And I don't know if it's necessarily just like that it broke into the mainstream as far as appeal. I think a lot more people were probably looking at it than were willing to admit it. Like, you know, I think it's a pretty universal thing. I remember I was shown that'sfuck.com, which is that's PHUCK that'sfuck.com. Did you ever see that?
I'm familiar, yeah.
Yeah, it was all like beheading videos. There was that video of the weightlifter who shits out his intestines, or like I remember
This is like
seeing
PTSD shit. Like our generation
Yeah.
has PTSD from this.
But
but that
the
was
ne-
shown to me by like somebody who's now like a prominent member of society, was like a very successful adult.
Yes, everybody who showed me these videos is like they all have real jobs now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the degenerate. you
Yeah.
Because
know?
it appeals to like a based human curiosity that we all have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like kind of barbaric.
It's like why do you go to the bear pits
What
in,
does
in
the
England? You know, like,
yeah, what does the inside of my head look like? Oh, that's it exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's. I do feel like the kids today are like. I hate to be this kids today guy, but like I do feel like it's even fucking crazier for them. Because what I mean is like, we at least like had a partition. You know,
Okay.
you had to decide to go to those sites. You weren't always online. The computer was like in a room.
Yeah.
Now you're just getting like a feed of insanity.
All
I
the
feel like
time.
kids now, for all the stuff that's like kids now are so weak, and if there was a draft, like we'd be fucked. It's like maybe physically, but mentally, kids now are child soldiers.
Yeah.
like
they think it's funny.
kids now have seen death from an early age. Like they
Yeah,
know
but like
what.
none of them can read.
But that's child
Perfect.
soldier shit.
Even better, dude. Do you know what
all
Boko
right.
Haram?
they're on fucking stimulants.
Yeah.
Okay.
child soldier shit.
You know, Boko Haram literally means no learning.
Okay,
They're
all
ready
right.
to fight for an African warlord, dude.
All right, you flip me quick.
Yeah.
Let's give these kids guns.
yeah,
I'm excited.
No, that's I literally think like people are gonna. I'm amazed that people haven't like. I guess they are. I guess there's like riots and shit way more than maybe.
out
yeah.
in the streets. Sorry, I had a Chet Hanks moment.
When did it, so what? But you guys, I guess you guys started getting online. What when you were like? How old were you?
6.
when I started.
Yeah, at 6. I think I saw
So
porn for the first time when I was like 6.
So we were on the
Yeah.
computer. I didn't get on until like I was like 10, but we were probably on at the same time.
Yeah,
then.
right about the same time.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
dude. Oof.
And I'm fine.
You do seem
It
you guys
worked out.
are both like fairly well adjusted. Like
And that's the thing too, is we're talking about kids younger than us, and we
I don't
talked
know
about
if people
this on
who
the
listen
last
to this
thing.
podcast would agree, though.
nah,
No?
yeah, there's
We seem to ourselves, we seem well adjusted, but it's the law of relativity.
you should listen to you'd be amazed how well adjusted we are. I think compared to some people who have podcasts.
Well, yeah, and also I think just comics in general. I think we're fairly normal compared.
It's like an
to,
immune system, like is stronger when it's exposed to a lot of germs. I feel like comics are almost another immune system, like but exposed like a bullshit system.
Yeah. No. I completely feel that.
I just started. I just quietly slipped into doing the thing I hate that podcasts do the most, which is like pontificating about
Pontificating on
stand-up.
comedy?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, whatever, man. We're 3 comics. Why not fucking
Yeah.
talk about it? I get it. But no, but I do that. But I mean, yeah, it is interesting because the thing that's true about that is like, this is the other thing that I try to do because I'm usually hanging out with like comics or like fucking people who are super online, all this shit, and then sometimes I'll hang out with my girlfriend's friends. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm living in a totally
Oh yeah,
different
this
reality.
sucks. Yeah,
Well-
like when you hang out with non-comics and you're like, oh, this is the alternate. Like at least,
Yes.
I like people at least swinging the bat around me because then
Yes.
it's like when you're hanging out with comics, even when people bomb, that's the funniest shit. That's
Yeah.
the best part.
Well, like how old were you when you started comedy?
I hate to even talk about this because
Yeah.
I've been doing it for so long, but I was 19.
I thought about to
Yeah.
say 9 years old.
So I was like I had just turned 20. So we've been doing it about the same amount of like started at about the same age, close to it. Those are extremely formative years, and it does feel like I get around people my age who don't do this, and it's like. Oh, like the way I know how to talk is completely different. You would never say the mean, fucked up things that I would say.
I know.
I like how we're
Just-
saying all this, but really it's just we say like retarded and like call
Retarded
shit
and
gay,
gay.
and we're like, yeah,
I'm
you
a
would
dark
never, you would never think of saying the stuff that we're saying, and it's just like fucking,
Of course
just,
not. Yeah, I have a job.
Yeah.
I can't walk around calling things gay and retarded, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't pontificate about butts.
But I mean, but do you feel like comedy has socially stunted you in any way?
No, I actually
Really?
think. I mean, I think there's kind of. It's sort of a. What do you call it? A parabola? I don't know. Like I think
Sure.
for a time it did. I think weirdly because there's something about when you're 19 and most of the people you hang out with are older than you.
Yeah.
That both prepares you for life and kind of fucks you up a little bit, and
Yeah.
it gives you a fucked up perception of like how you're supposed to be with people. But then like. What I will say about people who are doing comedy now, because like a bunch of new, younger people are doing comedy, I feel like I'm seeing like a whole, like, I basically like, I started in one generation of comedy and now I'm still doing mics in like a second generation.
Sure.
The new guys are way better at navigating and way
Okay.
more adjusted, like better adjusted
Yeah.
than I was with the people I was doing it with.
Okay.
Which does weirdly, yeah, I guess maybe I'm contradicting something I said earlier, but yeah, weirdly, I feel like comics now, like, know how to be funny without any of like the toxic shit that we were doing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and I don't even necessarily think I was super toxic or anything like that.
I was.
But I was weird. I was super weird. I was like, me and Ben used to like spit on each other at open mics because we thought it was funny. Like it was weird. I was dirty. I never showered. Like I was strange to be around.
Definitely.
And like,
We would just would take silent Ubers around to different open mics.
and I'd throw up.
Like
A
me and
lot.
Noah starting comedy was just, we were literally like in the same room as each other like constantly for like 3 years, but like barely talked to. We were just quite nervously
Yeah.
next to each other is what it felt like
Interesting.
for the first like, but which helped honestly so much. But I also feel like Portland comedy was a lot more like insulated, where you would fall into that like world, and then that was just all your friends, all you're doing every day.
Yeah.
In Chicago, it feels more like people are like working it into their lives, but still having a life outside of it.
That is true in this city, definitely.
So I need to learn.
It
how
also
to do that.
feels way more professional, and like
I think as a city in general, Chicago is just a more professional. Portland is just the most unprofessional city.
you think
Probably.
I split my time doing comedy when I started between Baltimore and DC, and it was like two different ends of a spectrum.
Yeah.
Baltimore was like, it was fun, the hang was better, but everybody was like a degenerate. And then in DC, everybody was like, you had to email mics a week in advance to get on.
Okay.
Everybody was running a mic like it was a fucking business.
There's
Most of
like
the people-
lobbyists.
Yeah,
Sure.
they had like security clearances. Like this is like,
whoa,
well, yeah.
security clearances?
yeah, because like that's the whole thing is like everybody in DC like works for like the government. So you're dealing with people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you're dealing with people who are like comics, but also like they think very highly of themselves and they have important day jobs and all this shit.
We had
Those are the worst.
They are.
The open micer with a great day job. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they like the business aspect of comedy is what attracts them, not the jokes.
I
Sure.
hosted an open mic in Portland, and there was a guy who would come in, and he was like a med student or whatever, a doctor, and he would come and he would do like bad but okay sometimes, but he would like give me shit, and my whole thing at that mic was giving shit back
Yeah.
and forth with people. But for some reason, I got so mad when he would do it, and I would just go. I would be mean. I would just get mean to this guy, and I would go like full blast on him. And I think it was just because I was like, go back to fucking med school. I don't know why, but that's like a toxic thing probably.
Go
but I
back
was
to
like,
med school.
This is a joke to you. Basically, is how I felt. Like
Yeah, no,
What is
no.
this, a joke to you?
And it's because this is what's fucked up about it is like, yeah, those people piss me off, but also, what am I going to tell them not to
Well,
fucking do
it's not
comedy?
a justifiable feeling. It's just, it really is. It's like an insecurity of like I'm like put all my eggs in this box. It feels like, and I might be fucked. And I'm seeing somebody who is like basically the freedom to just have fun with it because their eggs aren't all in the one. They have a well-paying thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was
It's so
just
stupid to
yeah.
do this. Yeah, like
Yeah.
this. I think about that all the time because, like, when you're fucking. I mean, when I was 19 and I was like doing well in a small and a medium scene, and everyone was like, "You're really good," you know, you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna make it.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
be
gonna
a
be
famous
great."
comedian." Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you're.
27 is
road
weird. Like your
sounds
friends,
awesome.
your friends are
Yeah.
getting married and shit.
Yep.
Like-
I keep seeing notifications from people like grades younger than me from high school getting married, and it feels like a weird decision. And I think part of the resentment is like you don't have to be good at this. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're good or not because you're gonna be okay. You know what I mean?
It matters for me, and I suck. So
Yeah.
I'm mad.
You're so.
I'm fucking mad.
You guys are hard. You guys ever see somebody you used to have sex with get married, like on social media?
No.
Have you had that yet? I've had it like 4 times. It's
Damn.
fucking
Really?
oh,
Trying
it's
to think.
brutal, dude.
Is it brutal? I feel like I would be like, I got in there.
No, yeah, well, so that is it's not like a brutal feeling of like jealousy or like, you know, like I'm not wistful. I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing with my fucking life,
Okay.
dude? I'll never stand under like a nice, like with the white and the flower and all this shit. Like, I'm not going to have the money for that kind of wedding.
I would love that. A nice flower wedding.
Well, you can rest easy knowing you're part of her spank bank because now she's married. She's locked up.
Certainly not part of her spank bank.
She's gonna just all she's gonna have to think about is the dick she had.
If I ever like popped up in her memory while she was like, it would be women are
You're
like,
gonna, dude. She's gonna sift through the spank. The memories.
I feel like I'm like an era in women's life where they're like, I was going through something, man. This was like, it was popular
Yeah.
at the time, you know, like
yeah.
it's like when you find a picture of yourself, I don't know, like wearing like fucking like ripped up skinny jeans. You're like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're an I Heart Boobies bracelet.
I'm an yes, absolutely. Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What am I to women in my life?
You're a tall, attractive guy. I'm sure women love you, dude.
Yeah, dude. They fucking love me. It's just been clear skies.
Every time I hear Ben, we won't air your dirty laundry, but I'm like, I do.
No,
like,
I hate women. Let's talk about it.
No. That's not what I'm saying, man. No. Why do you... No, every time I hear like about like one of your sexcapades, I do
Sexcapades.
go whatever. You know, I hear about like because like you remind me of like the bad decisions that I would make when I was a younger guy.
But
And
I'm
so-
your age, so it's like not cute.
No, you're not. You're much younger than you're.
Oh, 27. Oh, how old are you again?
31. So when I was 27, I was running all over LA making the same kind of crazy decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And so like whenever I'm like, I lean in because I feel like I'm living vicariously through you.
Yeah?
I get very excited to hear. I'm like, oh, she has tattoos. She's crazy. Tell me more, dude.
Yeah, no. I feel like 27 is like too, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting too old for this shit. That's how I feel.
You
with
got,
dating.
dude. You can feel that way when you're 30. You need to enjoy the next 3 years of like debauchery.
Okay, do you look at us as like being super young?
No, I try not to think about people that way.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, but not in a derogatory way. But like looking back on 27, are you like, oh, I had so much time before I was 31?
So here's why I think I feel it, especially with your guys' age, because
Okay.
I was 26 when COVID happened. So
Oh, you missed it.
and I was in LA.
Okay.
So the entire back half of my 20s were like taken from me.
Damn.
Because like you couldn't do anything in LA. You couldn't
Yeah.
do shit. Like and even like up until like 2022 is like they still weren't letting you into
yeah,
restaurants. Like
totally.
there was I went into the pandemic and it was funny because like right before the pandemic I felt like I was like coming into my own. I was like single, I was going on dates, comedy was going well, all this cool shit, and then it just stopped.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, dude.
That was
Yeah.
Nick Youngershaw.
That was you know that you're the 1000th person in my life. But it's okay. I won't hold it against you. I don't hold it against anybody. It's fruit that's easy to reach. I don't begrudge you.
I'll reach your fruit. Bring it over here.
How are we, Zach? You have the time, right?
56 minutes.
50.
56. Look at that.
All right, let's
Barely
land this
applause.
plane, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to think if there was something else I was gonna.
Let's end on something good, like something racist. Or,
Yeah. Nice.
Disabled. Did we see anybody fuck? Did you guys see anybody weird looking this week?
I'm getting a gun in March.
Oh shit.
I'm getting a gun. We can
Is
end
Lily
on
pregnant?
that.
Is that what's
Yo,
happening?
what inspired you to get a gun, dude?
It's my grandfather. My grandfather died, so I'm getting his gun.
Oh, you're inheriting a gun,
I'm
dude.
inheriting a gun.
Fucking cool.
Isn't
Nice.
that fucking tight? I'm getting like a southern It's a revolver from the '60s, and I'm gonna have
It's
a gun.
done racist
I'm
things,
gonna
probably.
stand.
It's at least scared off a few
Definitely.
non-whites.
I'm gonna
at
stand
least-
in front of that window with my shirt off, and I'm just gonna rub it on my chest while people walk by.
That thing is from the 60s. It's at least fired a warning shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. When you fire it, it whispers the N word. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's like somewhere
When
in
you
the
hold
shot.
it, you can't pronounce the W and H.
No.
Why?
I'm gonna shoot my
This is
gun.
a whites only apartment. Yeah, that's incredible, dude. You got to go full taxi driver with that thing, dude.
I'm so excited for it.
Yeah.
I think
You talking to me?
And the thing is technically I don't think I have to get it registered because it's a family heirloom.
Right,
So
it's-
I'm gonna have a hot gun.
it's sentimental,
and
dude.
I'm gonna have a hot gun, and I'm gonna walk around the apartment with it all the time.
You got to put it down in front of.
I'm gonna
Drinking mint juleps.
We've got a porch.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
We've got a balcony.
Yeah.
You need to
Spinning
be.
it.
I was gonna say you got to do tricks with the gun. You need to twirl it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You gotta
Alec
shoot it from
Baldwin.
behind
Look
you.
down the barrel.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna play out Rust.
Yeah.
Is what we're gonna do.
The Alec Baldwin
Oh
gun.
man, having a gun is so. I want a gun. I love shooting guns, but I don't think. I don't know.
My brother's obsessed. My brother's every time I see him, he's got a gun safe now.
Yeah,
That's good.
That
You
makes
should have
me-
one of
yeah.
those. Yeah,
I don't know. I
it's
like.
better than just having it in a sock.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Better
I,
safe than sorry.
I was like, I'm never gonna get a gun, and I thought that when I was like 16, 17. My dad has a ton of guns. That's his favorite thing in the world, and I've just shot them a bunch since then. And they're so fucking fun.
They're so fun,
They're
dude.
so fun. And like,
It's the power.
I think it would
really
just
is.
feel good to have one in the house. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
like
You used to say the opposite. No, he used to
any-
say the opposite. No, it was like we cannot have a gun in this house.
You gotta get a gun,
well,
dude.
that was different. We lived with 6 people,
Yeah.
half of which were addicted to whippets, and the other
We were
half
all
wanted
depressed.
to die.
It was during COVID.
And like, I just felt like a
We were-
gun was a hard thing to bring in. But now it's just like, dude, if somebody insults me, I don't even have to think of a comeback anymore.
Just pull the gun
You
out.
know, I
Yes.
can be like, "What did you fucking say?
Yeah.
Why is my napkin not folded, waiter? Like, fucking
Just
do
take the
this
train
for
into
me."
the south side.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just start riding the train
I'm
at
minding my
night.
business. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would use the gun for, man, if I had a nice gun, I would like stir my drinks with it. I would do everything with that fucking thing.
yeah, dude. I'm gonna try and cook with it. I'm gonna try and fry an egg. I'm gonna try and fry an egg with a gun.
I would definitely.
kill myself
It's hard having it. It's hard. I would.
in a sick way, though.
You have to be careful that you don't. It's like anything. I don't know. You don't want to burn yourself out too much, but I would. I know that if I had a gun in my house, like a nice gun, like
Yeah.
a cool gun, I would get to the point where I did so many cool things with it that I would like. This would not go well, but I'd be like, baby, dude, you can say no, and I'm not saying we have to do this. Do you think I could put the gun inside you for just brief? Too. I just want to know.
It's for 4chan.
yeah.
Yeah.
It would be funny. It would
You
make
would
you feel
Cormac
cool.
McCarthy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you would do. That's what.
Wasn't
it
that
is.
like one of the crimes in Seven? Basically.
And a
feel
woman's
like,
pussy,
right?
not a guy's
Yeah.
pussy.
Yeah, that's something I feel like
Fucking
David
gluttony.
Spade and Cormac McCarthy have in common.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My girlfriend, she would definitely say no, so I just have to put the gun in my own ass, I think.
I don't know. Why does my mouth taste like gunpowder? I kissed you. You taste like gunpowder.
Or like Richie Aprio in The Sopranos when he holds the gun to her head.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That shit's hot. I'm going to do that. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Let me borrow your gun when you get
Yeah,
it, dude. I'll need it for like a
anytime.
weekend.
I'm not going to be one of those stingy gun owners that doesn't let his friends touch it all the time.
feel
This
like
is the community's gun.
Yeah.
I feel like if I got a gun, I'd like I'd be like really like a little kid about it. Like I'd be like, I want to decorate it. I'd make a handle, like wrap yarn around it, and be like, look, it's extra. Now it's mine.
You're gonna-
I want to feel like it's mine. Everybody's got this Glock. I want to feel like this is my Glock.
Your gun has fucking stickers on it.
Yeah.
You've got like what, a Thrasher sticker on your glove.
I rub it on the side of a rail just to make it look scratched when no one's looking.
What's the brand called? It's like Red Swiss. The bearings.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Those Blink 182 sticker.
Just trying to flip it and like fucking it up and.
You treat your gun like a tech deck.
Oh fuck, dude.
Oh, fuck. All right, this is good. I think that's the episode.
All right.
All right, boys.
All right.
See you boys next week.
All right.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Cool.